Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Engineer Waqas Abdul Salam. I belong to Lahore. I am serving as Assistant Director Electrical in Government Center of Excellence for Training and Development, GSTC, Mogulpura, Lahore. I have joined TAPTA in November 2016 as a principal. It was my first regular job in TAPTA. During my tenure as a principalship, I have performed administrative duties, financial duties, as well as academic monitoring of my institute. During my tenure as a principal, the admission and enrollment of my institute was more than 100%. Result of my institute was 100%. Discipline of the institute was remarkable. Cleanliness and maintenance standards were excellent, and I have planted almost 4,000 plants within the premises of my institutes for a beautiful plantation so that the students can learn effectively in a most beautiful and learning environment. In addition to that, I was the master trainer of digitized monitoring and evaluations software through which the monitoring of the institutes were carried out through the digital monitoring system. I served here for a period of about 7.5 years. After that, I transferred to TAPTA Secretariat Research and Development Section. Here I have performed the task of primary and secondary research for the establishment of new institute, for upgradation of the new institute, feasibility report of the establishment, as well as upgradation of the institute or courses. Similarly, gap analysis of the courses, DA courses, and TNA. I served here for a period of about 6 months. After that, I transferred to Government Center of Excellence for Training and Development, GSTC, Mogulpura, Lahore, as Assistant Director. Here, the nature of my duties were changed. I became the Master Trainer of Electrical, Electrician, and Solar PV System trades. I conducted my first training in GSTC Mogulpura, Lahore in the trade of electrician in December 2023. It was successful because it is conducted on the floor of COE as well as PEL Private Limited. After that, 1 month overseas returnee training of GIG was conducted in which 30 participants participated in the training, and all those participants who got enrollment, they also got employment in the industry. After that, second batch of the GIG training was conducted and the same result was repeated. In addition to that, industrial training in summers are conducted in COE for the training of teaching staff of TAPTA on the industrial floor, and I conducted the training in the field of electrician, electrical, solar PV system at the industrial floor of PEL Private Limited, Creative Electronics Private Limited, Sky Power Private Limited, Unique Solar Private Limited. In addition to that, I also performed the task of international accreditation for my institute, and whatever tasks which have been assigned to me, I have completed. I recently joined TAPTA Artificial Intelligence Training, which was conducted by the collaboration of TAPTA and Rehan Foundation, and I have assigned a task to watch a tedx video and to give a presentation on that video. I want to give my educational introduction as well. Basically, I am electrical engineer. I have completed my BSc electrical engineering degree in 2012. After that, I enrolled in MS electrical engineering program. I have completed my MS electrical engineering degree in 2015-16 batch and got first position in Department of Electrical Engineering, University of Gujarat. After that, I enrolled in PhD electrical engineering program, and currently I am the research scholar in the field of electrical engineering. So, come to the point, I want to present you a review presentation on the TEDx talk video, which I have seen. So, the title of the TEDx talk is The Puzzle of Motivation, and the speaker is the Dan Pink. The theme of the video was to rethink what really motivates people at work. In this video, Dan Pink begins with a personal confession. He went to law school but did not do well. He uses that as a lead in to move a case, not just a story, about how businesses motivate people. His argument challenges traditional carrot and stick motivation. Pink introduces the candle problem, a classic psychological test by Carl Dunker. Task: attach a candle to a wall so it does not drip wax, using only thumbtacks, a box, and matches. The real challenge is functional fixedness. People fixate on the box only as a container, not as a platform. Pink cites an experiment by Sam Glucksberg. Participants offered monetary rewards for solving the candle problem actually performed worse. High rewards, longer time to solve the problem, meaning incentives can impair creative problem solving. This contradicts the assumption that more money is equal to better performance in all tasks. According to the Pink, business practices are often stuck in 20th century reward models. Meanwhile, behavioral science shows these models do not work well for modern, cognitively demanding tasks. There is a clear mismatch. What science knows versus what companies are doing. Pink proposes a new operating system for motivating people based on intrinsic motivation, autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Autonomy, the desire to direct our own lives. The urge to get better, mastery is the urge to get better and better at something that matters. Purpose, the yearning to do what we do in service of something larger than ourselves. Pink specially emphasizes autonomy, giving people freedom over how, when, where, and with whom they work. He urges that traditional management is great for compliance, but not for engagement. In a self-directed structure, people feel more motivated, creative, and committed. Examples, he gives examples in practice. Pink gives concrete real world examples of autonomy in action. He says engineers get FedEx days, 24 hours, to work on any project they want, outside their ordinary tasks. Google, their famous 20% times, allows employees to work on passion projects. Some major products like Gmail emerge from this. Thirdly, result-only work environment. In this model, employees do not have fixed schedule. They work when and where they like, as long as they deliver results. Mastery and purpose. Mastery people have an internal drive to improve and master skills. This is motivating when tasks are meaningful, and purpose when work is connected to something bigger than just profit. Mission, social contribution, motivation becomes deeper and more sustainable. These motivators work especially well in creative or knowledge based work. Why carrots and sticks fail in modern work? External rewards, bonus, penalties can destroy creativity. They encourage narrow, short term thinking. People focus only on doing just enough to get the reward. For tasks that require problem solving, innovation, or deep thinking, these traditional motivations are counterproductive. So, what are the implications for business and leadership? Companies need to rethink reward system. Not just pay more, but design work to support autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Leaders should create environments that give employees freedom in their work, encourage continuous learning, connect everyday tasks to meaningful goals. This shift could lead to better engagement, high creativity, and long term performance. Now, consider the limitations. Autonomy may not work in all job types, that is, highly regulated or routine tasks. It is not all organizations can immediately implement raw or 20% time due to structural constraints. There might still be a place for extrinsic reward in simpler, repetitive tasks. Pink's model is more effective in creative or knowledge work. So, higher monetary rewards do not always lead to better performance, especially for complex tasks. Intrinsic motivation, autonomy, mastery, purpose are far more powerful drivers for creativity and innovation. Modern business need a new operating system rooted in science, not outdated carrots and sticks. Implementing this shift can unlock human potential and build more engaged, productive organizations. So think about your own work or study. Which motivates you more? External rewards or intrinsic factors? Can you identify areas in your life where you lack autonomy, mastery, or purpose? How could you improve them? If you were a manager or a teacher, how would you apply Pink's ideas to motivate your team or students? What challenges might stop an organization from adopting more intrinsic motivators? How could they overcome them? Conclusion. Pink's puzzle of motivation challenges us to rethink how we motivate ourselves and others. Traditional reward systems are often misaligned with how motivation really works, especially in complex creative contexts. By focusing on autonomy, mastery, and purpose, we can create more meaningful, high performing environment. This is not just business, it is about human potential. So it is all about the Dan Pink's puzzle motivation. Now I want to give my own idea, my own point of view on this topic. The external rewards are not successful in improving the motivation challenge of the employee. The big companies give bonuses, salaries, allowances to their employees to boost their motivation. But all these monetary rewards are not useful to increase the creativity of the employee. If you want to increase motivation and want to increase creativity in the employees, you should have to focus on the Pink's model. The Pink's model is that autonomy, mastery, and purpose. You should have to give freedom to the employees in their work. You should have to encourage employees to achieve their goals. You should clearly identify the goals of employee and set purpose for him so that they can put their efforts to achieve their purpose. So it is the real motivation which internally drive them to achieve some goal. When people focus on them, then they utilize their human potential more effectively and to increase their internal drive of motivation in performing the tasks. So I also agree with Daniel Pink's model, and it is very successful. So it is the review presentation of the whole TEDx video. I say goodbye to you. Thank you very much.